In the early hours of a cold winter morning, a small town in rural America was awoken by a strange noise. It sounded like a low hum that seemed to reverberate through the air. The townspeople rubbed their eyes and stumbled out of their homes, trying to identify the source of the noise. As they looked up into the sky, they were stunned to see a large object hovering above the town. It was a saucer-shaped craft, with flashing lights that seemed to pulse in time with the hum. The townspeople watched in awe as the craft moved slowly through the sky, seemingly defying the laws of physics. For weeks, the town was inundated with reports of strange sightings and bizarre encounters. Some people claimed to have been abducted by the occupants of the craft, while others reported seeing strange, otherworldly creatures roaming the streets at night. One man, who had been out walking his dog, reported that he had seen a group of tall, humanoid figures standing in a field just outside of town. He described them as having pale skin, long arms, and large, almond-shaped eyes. Despite the numerous reports, the authorities were skeptical. They dismissed the sightings as mass hysteria or a prank and refused to investigate any further. But the townspeople were convinced that something strange was happening in their town. They formed a group, calling themselves the UFO Watchers, and began to document every sighting and encounter that they experienced. Over time, the sightings became less frequent, and the town returned to its normal routine. But the members of the UFO Watchers continued to investigate, poring over their notes and interviewing witnesses. Years passed, and the members of the group grew old. But they never gave up their search for the truth. They believed that the answer to the mystery of the strange craft and its occupants was out there, waiting to be discovered. To this day, the town remains a hotbed of UFO activity, with people from all over the world flocking to the area in search of answers. And although the mystery remains unsolved, the legacy of the UFO Watchers lives on, as a testament to the power of curiosity and the human spirit of exploration. As the years passed, the UFO Watchers continued to investigate the strange occurrences in their town. They gathered evidence, interviewed witnesses, and even traveled to other parts of the world to meet with experts in the field of extraterrestrial studies. One member of the group, a retired physicist named Dr. Sarah Brown, became particularly fascinated with the case. She spent countless hours poring over data, analyzing the strange energy readings and magnetic anomalies that had been detected in the area during the time of the sightings. Dr. Brown's research led her to a startling conclusion. She believed that the craft that had been seen hovering over the town was not of earthly origin, but was in fact a vehicle from another planet. But despite her findings, Dr. Brown's colleagues remained skeptical. They argued that there was no concrete evidence to support her theory, and that the sightings could be easily explained by natural phenomena or hoaxes. Undeterred, Dr. Brown continued to investigate. She reached out to other experts in the field, and eventually found a team of scientists who were willing to help her with her research. Together, they conducted a series of experiments, studying everything from the magnetic fields in the area to the soil samples collected from the spot where the craft had been seen. And slowly but surely, they began to piece together a picture of what had happened in the town all those years ago. Their findings were astonishing. They discovered that the energy readings in the area had been off the charts during the time of the sightings, far beyond anything that could be explained by natural phenomena. They also found traces of an unknown substance in the soil, one that had never been seen on Earth before. But perhaps most startling of all were the eyewitness accounts. They spoke to people who had seen the craft up close, who had interacted with its occupants, and had even been abducted by them. Their stories were vivid and detailed, and they matched up almost perfectly with one another. They spoke of beings with elongated heads and large, almond-shaped eyes, who communicated telepathically and moved with a grace that seemed almost otherworldly. In the end, the evidence was overwhelming. The UFO watchers had uncovered proof that we were not alone in the universe, that there were other intelligent beings out there, watching and studying us. But despite their groundbreaking discoveries, the members of the group remained humble. They knew that their work was just the beginning of a much larger journey, one that would take humanity to the stars and beyond. And so they continued their investigations, always searching for answers, always pushing the boundaries of what was possible. For they knew that the truth was out there, waiting to be discovered by those who were willing to seek it out.